Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 3 for our second international qualifier at Warrior Adventure Lyon in France. I'm very happy to be here today. Big shout outs to our course designer right there. Lovely stuff. Love to see it. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Kane Malden for this weekend's competition for the entire time, essentially. And I'm very excited to be getting on with one of the biggest ninja communities in the world in France.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big community that's been fostered in Europe as a whole. It's really exciting to see a Premier Series competition in Central Europe as a whole, let alone in France. So, we're going to be diving into a lot of ninja action across this weekend in Lyon, France.
Absolutely. France has an incredible community, very large in terms of everything. It's basically rivaling Israel for the largest community outside of America that does ninja on an international basis within the WNL. So we're very happy to be taking our first ever strictly France qualifier out here in the Premier Series. Typically in past seasons, they'd have to take flights over to True Function in the UK, and that qualifier will be coming at the end of the season. But for France's qualifier, it is now its time to shine. And I'm very happy to be here. But Kane, obviously, the rules are different to any other competition for the WNL. So let's take a look at how our athletes got here. So we have taken the top 25% of all athletes from both the World Championships and their season standings, and they have gotten an invitation to the Premier Series. They're able to compete in any of the competitions they can. And we have also given invites to some people internationally that might not have gone to the Premier Series. No, not the Premier Series, the World Championships, and they have gone over and they are now able to compete in any competition they can, including a bunch of people here in France this weekend. In terms of how the competition is going to go, we've got two courses here today. We've got the placement course and the challenge course. In placement, if you fall, your run is over. If you run out of time, it's over. Simple as that. And then on the challenge course, it's a full 10 to 12 obstacle course, and you get 2 retries. Everyone gets 2 retries, and you can only use 1 retry on an obstacle. So if you fail an obstacle twice, your run is over, but you are able to retry an obstacle once, and if you clear it on your second try, you can carry on with the course. You have 2 tries at that. And then in terms of how they work, the placement course's purpose is to seed the run order for the challenge course. So if you get first on placement, you're going last on challenge. And then the challenge course's purpose is to determine who qualifies for the Premier Series finals. And that is based on the top 4 athletes in every single division, from kids to elites, male and female. They will all be getting an invitation to the Motus Ninjas finals on November 22nd and 23rd in Lee Summit, Missouri. It's going to be an amazing time. They recently held their qualifier around a month ago at this point, and they had a massive revamp, moved to a new facility, and it's now huge. And I'm very excited to see what Donovan and TJ are going to be cooking up ready for the Premier Series finals in November. But rounding it over the pond over to France right here, we've actually got quite a varied field out here for the people that are going to be taking on the kids Premier Series course right here. Not only do we have French athletes, we also have a couple of Americans and some Canada representation here, Kane.
Yeah, getting a whiff of the old maple leaf there. Yeah, some athletes have actually made the long round trip over to France to get a shot at some Premier Series action overseas. So that's pretty exciting. Such a wide range of talent in this field.
Absolutely. We love to see the international representation. That's what Premier Series kind of at its core is all about. We're part of the World Ninja League, really bringing the world of ninja together. And that's what I'm loving to see out here. Now let's have a look at who we've got. We've got 2 kids females that are going to be competing today alongside 5 kid male athletes out here. Anna Caro out here, coming out of Axios Warrior Academy, is actually from Texas. So we're not going to be starting with a French native. We're going to be starting out with some American Ninja power on the placement course in due time. We have a lot more competitors as well. Another one of our kids' female competitors out here, Justine B. Simard. Now, that is a name, one of the greatest kids in all of Canada when it comes to ninja, coming out of Quebec. So she has a bit of French in her, Quebec City, Canada, coming out of French Canada, of course, coming out over to Lyon in France, which is lovely to see. And then in the kids' male side of things, we have got William Drought, which is our first French competitor out here on the run order. He's competed at Worlds twice, which is lovely to see. A lot of people in France go out to Worlds. They have one of the biggest teams. They are some of the most supportive and loudest teams, honestly. You hear them on the sidelines of the course on both the World Championships and probably here as well. And they're going to be going absolutely mental. They love supporting all of their teammates.
No, definitely. The passion, definitely unrivaled amongst a lot of French athletes I've noticed. They come all that way, and they don't come that way just to fall early. They come to win, and that's what I like to see.
Absolutely. When we've seen them in past WNL Premier Series competitions, either at finals or at True Function, which they usually came to before this, we always saw them fully go at it and fully want the best result for themselves and each other as well. They all are in it together. They hold competitions throughout the year as well within France, specifically at two gyms called District 14 and District 44. I was fortunate enough to go over to the European Ninja Challenge at District 14 in the north of France in around the early times of this year, around the middle of January, and they are so supportive, and it's very popular out here. France obviously has their own Ninja TV show that runs through every year, and they just wrapped up their 9th season with some amazing athletes and courses. And now we're going to be moving on to a course demo here. We've got 7 obstacles on this placement course that we're going to be taking a look at. We have a lot of those, so it seems that we have a lot of different obstacles to go through here that are going to be varying in skills represented out here. It seems like the wooden tic-tac is going to be going first out here, which just seems to be the quintuple steps, which is nice.
Yeah. Again, it's going to be interesting seeing how the course design kind of translates overseas, because not every placement course is created equal, I've noticed.
Absolutely. I think it tends to play to the difficulty scaling that every single country has. I mean, we had Australia in the early parts of this season as the first qualifier, and their placement course is definitely different to what we've seen from the Americans here. And it looks like that the French version is more akin to the Australia's placement course that we're seeing so far. Now coming on to the 4 emojis, the 5th obstacle here. A lot of swinging as well, so it looks like you can save a lot of time by maybe skipping some swings and linking stuff. The big rail there, and now the moon, it seems, is going to be the last obstacle here on placement. Seems to be a couple of special delivery-esque holds with the little circle pads, and then the buzzer is going to be hit there on that box, and that is going to signify the time stopped.
Yeah, I love the little X Factor buzzer there at the end. It's going to be interesting. I think the big move that our athletes are going to be looking to kind of bring to the table is going to be, I believe it's called a follow through, which is going to be very important on those rings, on those emojis, on maybe the moon. There's a lot of places where that sort of tech could be applicable. Let's just see if our kids can see it.
Absolutely. Following through and also just kind of underbarring things, particularly on these emojis here. That final one, definitely going to play to a couple of these kids' strengths if they know how to underbar and know how to set their backswings correct and how everything is moving. But yeah, Kane, still lovely to be here for the first Premier Series French competition out here at Warrior Adventure, ran by some amazing ninjas out here, and I'm very excited to be seeing what can go on here on the Premier Series courses.
Yeah, we should be getting into runs very, very shortly, but keep in mind, this is the first division. Later down the road, we will have mature kids, preteen, teen. Then tomorrow, we'll have amateur and elite. And would you believe we still have plenty of more ninja qualifiers to go before we get to the Premier Series finals? Why don't we delve into that?
Absolutely. We have a lot of quality competitions now. We're around the halfway point of the season now. We're at Villeurbanne, France in Warrior Adventure this week, but next week we're having another international qualifier, Fit Set Ninja in Edmonton, Canada on the 27th and 28th with a lot of broad Canadian talent being showcased there. October is full of 3 competitions. We've got Ninja U in Akeni, Iowa on the 4th and 5th of October, starting out the spooky month. And then 2 weeks after that, we head over to Life Force Ninja, the finalist location from last year's Premier Series finals on the 18th and 19th. Jaden and Becca are going to be going absolutely insane on that course. And then Dexterity Depot ending out October with the course designer being Matt Bradley, the course designer who has designed both of the World Championship courses from 2024 and 25. So I'm excited to see what he can do for Premier Series on the 26th and 27th of October in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. True Function Ninja Training Ground is going to be our last qualifier on the 1st and 2nd of November in Swindon in the UK. Then 3 weeks after that, Premier Series Finals happens at Motus Ninjas on the 22nd and 23rd of November in Lee Summit, Missouri. And we're going to be seeing who out of the 6 divisions even are going to be able to qualify here from France and go over to the Premier Series finals. And if I know the French community well, they are dedicated. And it seems like, Kane, we're going to be running into our first runner out here for the kids female division for the weekend.
Yeah, let's take it down to the floor. We have Anacaro raring up to go. Let's see how this goes. The first run of the first French competition, the inaugural French competition of Premier Series. Let's see how Anacaro goes about this course. Actually, she is not a French competitor, made the trip to this competition in Leon.
Absolutely. Comes out of McAllen, Texas, representing Axios Warrior Academy down there. We had one of our Texas qualifiers at Rise at the Warehouse, which I absolutely love to see. I believe Anna Caro competed in that one as well. So she's going to be out here, has a bit of experience on the course now for this French competition. Here we go. Looks like we've got Greg out here coaching her, which is great to see. And we've got 40 seconds left on this placement course. Anacaro coming through the perilous road out here and across these balls, and not a problem. 30 seconds as she's around halfway through the course right now, just needs to keep up this pace.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say her pace is good. I'd like to see her go a little bit faster. Maybe can make something up on these emojis, but has a long way to go.
Here she goes. Anacaro going to be making some massive swings here. Reaching out, going to go one hand at a time on that second emoji. Time is ticking though, but she's still moving through at a very good pace here. And she's going to take to the trampoline now and slide the ring down as best she can. But time runs out for Anacaro. Still a very good run. I think she's very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, didn't have any issues with the obstacles, really. It was just a matter of time. And maybe, given the challenge course is, there's a little less emphasis on the clock, I think her strengths will really be shown later.
Precisely so. We're going to be seeing Anacaro as well as the rest of the other athletes on the challenge course very soon. But for now, we got to be taking our attention over to the placement course fully as we move into our second and last kids female competitor, Justine B. Simard, out here. Coming out of Iberville, Quebec. I believe she has competed in one of the Northeast competitions out here already within the season. I recognize the name. A lot of potential here for a great placement course run and arguably a clear. She's one of the best in her division.
Yeah, first in the power rankings. Wow, that's insane. Like, power rankings, I always say they're not the most accurate metric, but if you're first, that's insane dedication and talent.
Absolutely. And the dedication that she has to go all the way over from Quebec over to France out here, basically another French neighbor for them, albeit very far away. But we're going to be seeing Justine B. Simard out here go absolutely insane on this placement course and see how things can work.
Yeah, I think a big point of contention, though, on this course, I've noticed, is that, I don't know, I think it's going to be down to the extra swings, I'll say, because there's a lot of hanging objects where extra swings can really sink your time. But Justine getting ready to go.
All right. She has also competed in the Barbados Ninja Throwdown, as we can see. Won the iconic green shirt. That wrapped up around 3 weeks ago, I want to say. And she's going to be coming along through now on this placement course. Locked in right here. And here she goes. Only took 4 steps right there, and she's going to be moving along through.
Yeah, you can already see the kind of talent we've come to expect out of our top power ranked athletes. She's already through the balance, already into the halfway point of this course, but getting a little lost in the sauce. Can pull it together though.
Here we go. Justin B. Simard moving along through these emoji swings right now. And she's moving along very fast right here. 42 seconds ahead of Anna Caro to this point as well. And with 40 seconds left, she's going to be taking on the moon obstacle. Very nice link control. She's going to be sprinting to the buzzer. The first clear of the weekend goes to Justin B. Simard on the placement course. We love to see it.
Wow, okay. She knocked that out of the park. She didn't slow down for a second. I mean, I'm sure she's as happy as those emojis really look, you know?
Absolutely. A very happy competitor right here. Love to see it. I'm very happy with how that went. I'm super, super excited to be seeing what our kids' males are going to be bringing to the table now on this placement course out here. William Drouet, I sincerely apologize if I mispronounce any French names throughout the weekend here. But regardless, I am very excited to be seeing what French talent is going to be moving along through here. As we said earlier, William competed at has competed at Worlds twice, and he has his twin brother Warren, who is also competing. He placed 3rd at the French regionals this year and loves every kind of obstacles, but absolutely loves laches. The obstacles within this placement course are very swing-based as well. So we're going to be seeing a lot of lache-esque control with swinging in the air. And outside of Ninja, he loves Lego and animals like the Panthera, cheetahs, and the leopards. And his goal this year is to try and get to stage 2 at Worlds. And he did a very good job at that. So now here he is in Premier Series and is going to be putting on a clinic here. And here he goes.
Yeah, William Drouet. Given his strengths, I feel like the time limit is going to be more of a suggestion than an actual thing to worry about. But William, on a roll here.
Here he goes. He's representing one of the district gyms on his shirt as well, with the iconic skull on his shirt. We're going to be seeing a lot of skulls on shirts, one of the symbols of Ninja in France, and I absolutely love the design there. With 30 seconds left for the final 2 obstacles on the placement course, he's going to be gearing up a big swing here. He's trying his best to gauge it, and he gets it. And with 20 seconds left, he's going to be taking on the moon.
Yeah, something I've noticed with that ring swing is that our competitors are lighter, so it's hard to get it going. But, oh
no, at the very end, it seems like he couldn't get enough distance to get that final lache onto the second half of the moon. But still, great run out of William, was moving very efficiently.
Yeah, I did notice that move. It's kind of like a special delivery, but with, circular pockets, of course. And I think that's definitely the most technical move that this course has to offer. But obviously, if you are to rush, then speed can kill. So that's another factor.
It indeed can. But now we're going to be seeing if any other of our kid male athletes are going to be up to the test and possibly get one of our clears out here. The next of which is going to be Ayani Wiss.
Yeah, we're already, a decent way into our field. It's a small sample size, but we're not being spared any expense of Ninja talent. And I'm getting pretty eager to see what our next few runners can put up here.
Absolutely. Iani Wiss out here is going to be taking on the placement course in just a moment. And I'm very excited to see how he does throughout it. We could get one of our first clears out here for the male division in the kids. Also important to note that all of our competitors throughout this competition are going to be analyzing the younger divisions, especially if they're running tomorrow in the amateurs or the elites. They might be here in person, or they might be watching this stream, trying to gauge the difficulty of what their placement and challenge courses later on could be like. And we're going to be seeing Iani Wiss make a great supplement of that.
Yes, I'm glad you've pointed that out. Beta, or, the way to go on a course, so important. It's important to plan out your moves, get a game plan going. I mean, we'll see if Yanni here has a game plan in mind for this placement course. I'm sure he's got the moves from obstacle to obstacle mapped out.
Here we go. Great technique on the quintuple steps right there to start off the wooden tic-tac, and now the giant gibbon. He's going to be gibboning through these ring swings. Nice control there. You could see him locking off to try and set himself up, but it seems like he missed the grab onto the third ring. So now here he is locking off again, trying to gauge a bit more control, but he's spinning, Kane.
Oh, he's in kind of that downward spiral. I noticed he's kind of on the shorter side, so it's not quite as easy to just reach out for the rings. I'm really impressed with his pull-up strength, though. That's not something we often see in kids his age.
Absolutely, the endurance out of Iani so far is doing very good, but 30 seconds, half his time going down. He is persevering very well here. He is not letting go of that ring, and there he goes. He gets the grab, and he's continuing on through, and he's going to try his best to go through the rest of this course with the time he's got left.
Ooh, climbing up onto the truss. Big drop down to the balance. Let's see, he's just got to try to get some points. Time definitely not on his side, but with 5 seconds, we'll try this obstacle at the very least.
And there we go. Iani running out of time at the very end of the big shake, unfortunately. A lot of perseverance there, Kane. I'm proud of him on how long he's been able to hang onto those rings. I honestly think I couldn't hang onto those rings for longer than that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gotten dizzy or something, but he ran out of time. He couldn't quite get through the rest of the course, but it wasn't due to a lack of effort. He was really going deep into the obstacles. He didn't give up. He didn't even look tired, because kids can just hang for days.
That's one thing we love to see, the diversity between the skills in every single competitor that we get in the Premier Series is lovely to see. And speaking of diversity, we have another American out here that has made the trip over from the States, coming over now to France. It's going to be Leo Bronov, coming out of Forte Fitness Center in Massachusetts there, sorry. He is actually born in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. His home gym is Forte Fitness, with the best two coaches, Alex and Autumn, sending their respect all the way from France. And he's getting ready to go. Leo Bronov coming along through.
All right, well, his favorite song, amongst which is Eminem's Rap God, so I'm expecting him to do this course at, 5 obstacles a second?
Possibly, and it looks like he's actually moving at a very solid pace that can rival Eminem's words per second, which is great to see. Just over a minute now as he's moving along through. Leo Bronov putting on a show out here in Warrior Adventure in France, and I'm loving to see it. Here he goes through these emojis now. Kane is brachiating through, almost kind of just having like a monkey bar tactic, which is great to see. And literally is doing obstacles in minimal moves, and it looks like he's onto the moon now. His favorite artist is Michael Jackson and his moonwalk, so this is actually very topical for him.
Yeah, I was about to say, his fancy footwork could rival Michael Jackson, and he headbutts the buzzer. Leo Bronov, that was incredible.
Put on a show right there. We love to see it. That is the standard that has been set for our kids males here on the placement course. And with our 3 kid males left, all of them being from France, we're going to be seeing how they can do. But you can see Leo Bronov there, only 1 of 2 clears for the day. We've had a kids female clear and a kids male clear. We're going to be seeing if we can get any more kids male clears with the 3 that we've got left.
Yep, up first is going to be William's brother, Warren Drouet. Hopefully our remaining French athletes can round out the leaderboard with a couple of buzzers to show for it. Would love to see it. Hopefully, and it's that last run really set the tone, I feel like.
Indeed, it did, I think. We can see Warren here on the start line. We saw his sibling earlier, William, as well. William got third place at regionals. Warren got fourth in the French regionals this year. He loves warped walls and laches, but hates balance. We do have the big shake, or the big perilous road even, which is a balance obstacle. And here he goes. He likes to try new ninja gyms, and it looks like he's from one of the districts, I think 44 as well, which is in the south of France, and I'm loving to see what Warren can do out here. He doesn't like balance, but he's going to move on through this balance obstacle very proficiently, and with 50 seconds now, he's moving into the big shake.
Oh, I like that. He kind of set his lower body and skips that first pipe altogether. Let's see how he handles.
Oh no, a whiff! That's unfortunate there from Warren. He's smiling. He knew that is not what he particularly wanted, but he's a good sport about it. The French competitors, very good sports when it comes to everything out here at Ninja, and I'm very excited to see Warren on the challenge course. He had a bit of a run going there, honestly. He was very, very happy about it. But now we're going to be moving on to our penultimate competitor in the kids male division on the placement course, which is going to be Leo Dulongpont.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can see a second buzzer here out of our kids male athletes. I mean, it's a long time coming, I guess. I don't know. Only 8 runs, but still, I mean, I'd love to see it. Can never be too much success on a course like this.
Absolutely. And with too much success, we could get out here from Leo and then Sam Darwish, which is going to be our last competitor here in just a moment. Having a look here, we can see Warren and William next to each other on the leaderboard. So unless Leo or Sam gets in between them, we're going to be seeing the Drouet brothers going back to back on the challenge course, which is going to be quite fun to see. But regardless, Leo still in the provisional first place for the kids male division on the placement course, but we still have 2 more French competitors that are going to be going on through here. Leo has competed 3 times throughout the season. Warrior Adventure, very prominent in their WNL French competitions. They held their qualifiers and their regionals here with a lot of big French ninjas, including Leo out here, who is now going to be getting his start on this placement course.
Yep, brisk start there out of the gate for Leo. Gets a big pullback on that third ring and going into balance. This shouldn't be too tough. It's pretty rigid.
There we go. Lovely stuff there from Leo out here. Ooh, skips that first little peg right there, which is very, very fast. He's actually on Leo's pace at the minute, and you can see him reaching out, really wanting the best for his run right here. And you can see jumping straight in to the big rail, which is great to see. And with 40 seconds left, he's faster than Leo to this point. He's going to try and get a running start here on the moon, pushing off the platform, which is great to see. And Kane, he's going to try his best to get to this buzzer now with 25 seconds. He's running for it, and Leo gets it.
Yeah, almost cold clocks the buzzer with him, but Leo, that was impressive showing there. Just pure dominance. He was neck and neck with Leo's time the whole way through. He honestly could have caught it. You can see the devil on the back of his shirt. Kind of works well with the devil emoji there, but still, it was a pretty close time. Will seed him nicely for the challenge course.
Indeed so. Only 4 seconds behind Leo, and I think that was fully due to the moon obstacle at the very end. He was having a bit of trouble getting his momentum started within the first couple of swings there, but he managed to salvage it and still get the buzzer at the end of everything. I'm very happy for both the Leos. We're 1 for 1, or 2 for 2 even, on Leo success rates here on the placement course, which is great to see. But now we're going to be moving on to our final competitor out here in the kids male division for the placement course, and that is going to be Sam Darwish.
All right, well, let's see. How will this placement course end? Will it end with a powerful buzzer? Little stumble on the steps, but shouldn't hamper him too much. Going
You can
through.
see Sam is trying to move through here at a very efficient pace. 1 minute now as he comes into the perilous road, the turnaround point. Easy stuff. 55 now as he comes into the big shake. Very nice swing down there on the track. And you can see him brachiating through here. He's representing Warrior Adventure on his shirt, I want to say. He's doing very good so far, but now the 4 emojis. Let's see how he can fare.
Yeah, I've noticed he's a little bit behind Leo's pace, but maybe that's not the end goal. Maybe he's just going for distance rather than speed, because speed can kill.
Ooh, it seems like he didn't have the takeoff on the track that he wanted. He's trying to go back on the track, but as the track is kind of angled downward, he's having a bit of trouble here. He's trying to direct himself in the best way possible, but time is ticking, and he's found himself at the end of the track even. He's going to be sprinting down to the moon here and see what he can do with his 5 seconds left. But Sam is going to try, and time is going to run out on him, sadly. But still, a lot of perseverance there from Sam. He was not fully sure what was going on the big rail, but still moved on through and used his resourcefulness to his advantage.
Yeah, not a bad run at all. I saw a lot of advanced ninja tech on that big rail, actually. I saw like a coffin move, figure 4. He was really trying to brute force his way down, and lo and behold, he got the point. So that will put him, I believe, smack dab in the middle if we take into account the kids' female athletes that will be running before all 6 of these athletes.
Yeah, pretty much. Sam finding himself in 4th place out of 6. Well done to our 2 kids female competitors, Justine and Anna Caro, as well. Justine getting that cleared. Anna Caro making it to the 4 emojis as well. No, the big rail. But still, incredible stuff. We love to see it out here. We also got that both Leo and I want to say Leo in 2nd place. Leo Dulongpon out here.
The
Getting
Leos.
the 51-second clearing time, and Leo with the 47 out there. And then we had William Draue out there in 3rd place, and then Sam Darwish taking home 4th on the placement course, which is great to see. Kane, what are the thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this was a solid start to the weekend, I feel like. I mean, we saw our fair share of ninja success, but we're not going anywhere, of course. We will have a challenge course lined up very, very shortly. This was really exciting, though, to start out, and hopefully we can see that carry into the challenge course. We can get a couple of challenge course clears, set the tone for the weekend.
Absolutely. Very excited to see what the challenge course has to offer for all of our French athletes out here and our international representatives as well from the West in terms of America and Canada. But yeah, we're going to let the Warrior Adventure team get set up and get ready for this challenge course. So from Billy Dixon and Kane Malden, we'll be seeing you shortly.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, Rock Climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 3 qualifier at Warrior Adventure Lyon in Villeurbanne, France, out here for the Premier Series Season 3. My name is Billy Dixon, alongside Kane Malden for today's competition, and I'm very excited to be getting on with the kids challenge course. We saw a very varied, quite the varied placement course earlier to start out this French weekend, and I'm excited to see what can come for challenge.
You and me both, Billy. I'm interested to see what happens with challenge course, because with placement courses, while I did say they're not created equal, that's not entirely true. I feel like at a certain point, placement courses just become a mad dash to the buzzer. But with that said, challenge courses can be kind of crazy, because as we saw in our first challenge course of the season, actually, the time limit was pretty easy to contend with. There were more athletes that finished than didn't.
Yeah, true, actually. You make a good point. But regardless, I'm very excited to be seeing what can be coming out here in the challenge course. I mean, who knows? It could be a race to the buzzer on the challenge course. It depends on how skilled these kids really are. We can really get to see the gauges be told out here throughout this first division out here. It can be very telling for what the next divisions can be faced up against. But I'm very excited to be seeing what can happen out here on this challenge course. We're going to be getting started with our first competitor, Anna Caro, very shortly. But we still have a lot more action that's going to be going on out here for the streams this weekend. We're at the kids division currently, but we've got the mature kids division coming up after this. And then the preteens and teens will be going on today. We've shifted the teens over to today, which is very exciting. We get a lot of action in only one day, which is lovely. And then tomorrow, it's essentially just an adult competition tomorrow for both the amateurs and the elites. We've got the amateur division and the elite division tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when it's converted into all of that. So it's going to be an early one for all of you Westerners, but regardless, it's going to be an incredibly fun time, and I'm excited to see what can come from it.
Yeah, me too. We've got a lot more qualifiers as well. Of course, we are about halfway through the season. We have that one currently impending in France. Then we're going to Canada for Fit Set Ninja. That's going to be crazy. We've seen a lot of ninja talent, including Justine, actually. Justine is one of our talented Canadian athletes. Then we go over to Spooky Month for a few more qualifiers, of course.
Indeed. So the qualifiers that's going to be starting out in October consists of Ninja U. There's a fly right next to me. Get out of here. Ninja U in Akeni, Iowa, on the 4th and 5th, ran by the Barron family, which is lovely. 2 weeks after that, we head over to Life Force Ninja, which is the finalist location from last year where they held the finals. And their qualifier is going to be on the 18th and 19th of October. Some of the best courses in the country and the world at that point. And then the week after that, Dexterity Depot comes around. And then that is going to be an incredible qualifier on the 26th and 27th of October. And then on November 1st and 2nd, True Function Ninja Training Ground in Swindon in the UK. Going to be our final qualifier for the season. And then 3 weeks after that, we're going to be heading over to Motus Ninjas again for the Premier Series Finals, where the top 4 athletes in every single division, male and female, are going to be able to move on to that point and get their ticket to Motus and compete in the finals. We're going to be getting our challenge course demo runner very shortly as well. And here we go, taking a look at our demo runner that's going to be going on right here on what is going to be said for the French competitors. 12 obstacles on this challenge course. That's tied longest for the season. I want to say that Motus currently has the record for 13 or 12. One of them. But here we go. We've got the green lane second with some cane swings. I think some cane tech might be incorporated later on in the weekend for the later divisions. But here we go. Hanging hooks going to be coming along through. Lovely stuff.
Interesting.
Then the flying platform, it seems like, is going to be next up. Look at this.
Oh, that's unique, actually. I'm sure that's just for the younger divisions, but very rarely do we see people actually grab onto the flying bar cradles.
Yeah, very true, actually. Here we go, looking at things here. The giant tube with rope. Nice little balance obstacle there. Lovely stuff. And then the halfway point of this obstacle then hits on the swirl rings out here.
Yeah, the flying
Looks like we're utilizing wing nuts at those as well.
sombreros, as Cammy would call them.
A lovely reference there. Now coming in here, the big flight looks like a little wheel there. One thing about France, they like using steering wheels as obstacles. I remember when I went down to District 14 in the north of France, some type of like flying wheels or wagon wheel obstacles were basically just steering wheels, and I really loved that incorporation essentially.
And then
Here we go, now coming into the super board. Lovely stuff, some plexiglass hanging here. Very interesting course design currently. I'm loving it so far. I'd actually have a lot of fun running this course. The red plates here, of course. Moving along through. More brachiating. We love to see it.
Yep, the mall grabs, I believe those holds are called. And then, what is this, the final obstacle, maybe?
Yes, the large scale. A monkey bar ladder going all the way up to the top. You are going to be very tired by this point. And then we get over to the buzzer. Lovely stuff. I'm going to be excited here. This definitely can be turned into a speed course if you try.
Holy cow, yeah. It definitely depends on the athlete, you know? You have to kind of pick your race. You got to pace yourself. I feel like with all these obstacles, it begins to add up. That's the big important factor. And with a placement course, I wonder if any of our athletes are going to start feeling the fatigue by the latter half.
I think it's definitely possible. 12 obstacles, definitely a lot for any ninja of any skill level in any division. But regardless, our kids, females, and later our kid males definitely up to the test for what this challenge course has to offer. And I am super excited to be seeing what can happen from all of these guys out here. I definitely think we can hit a couple buzzers in this division, Kane.
Absolutely. There you see the results, I guess, of the placement course. As you can see, it's been flipped around, so Anakaro will run first. Iani will be the first of the kids and male division. Definitely some big names, though, based off of what we saw. The Leos there were our only two finishers in the kids and male division. We saw Justine, number 1 in the power rankings, power through.
Indeed. So 8 of the strongest kids from all over the world out here. Again, as we said, we absolutely love to see the international cooperation with all these competitors, seeing them all come on through. These are some of my favorite types of Premier Series qualifiers, when we get to see so many different countries represented throughout every single division out here, and this definitely no exception. Already 3 countries represented, and I'm excited to see if this trend continues throughout all of the other divisions throughout this weekend.
Yeah, now, with the small sample size, there are going to be more competitors that qualify than don't. For the kids female division, to qualify, you have to beat the 3rd obstacle. That's all you have to do, due to the, because 2 is a smaller number than 4. For the remaining 6, though, they're really going to have to battle, and 2 athletes are going to be sent packing, so they're really going to have to fight for it.
Indeed, they are. It's going to be all down to the top 4 athletes in the kid male division who go on to get their Motus finalist ticket. And for the kids females as well, they need to make it to the 4th obstacle if they want to qualify. Due to them not having 4 athletes in their division, that's the minimum amount of obstacles you need to get to in order to get one of those qualifying spots. So if Anakaro and Justine make it to the great archers on this challenge course, they're fine for Motus.
Yeah, I kind of like that for them. It takes the pressure, I would say, off of the run a little bit, because the stakes are a little lower. Once you get past that 3rd obstacle, you can really hit the jets and see how far you can get. Of course, a win would be nice. A win would be very nice. So just because it's 2 competitors does not mean this will, be a lackluster competition.
Precisely so, but at the same time, you don't want to be overthinking the first 3 obstacles too much, because I think typically in terms of challenge courses, that is, you want to see it as every obstacle gets a bit more difficult as you go along, especially with the fact that you go ahead and you get more pumpy as the run goes along. So Anakaro and Justine really don't want to be overthinking these first 3 obstacles if they want to get one of those top spots and hopefully qualify over for the Motus Finals in November. And it looks like we're going to be getting ready with Anakaro on the start line in just a moment.
Yeah, Anakaro, this is a run I've been waiting to see. Anakaro fell victim to the time limit, rather, in the placement course. So I'm wondering how that will factor in to the challenge course, where I think a little less emphasis will be placed on the clock.
Very true, but then again, the clock is still going to be prominent, but it is all going to be about the obstacles cleared. 4:30 on this course right here. You're going to see Anakaro on these spinning bridge balls. I attempted these exact spinning bridge balls. They build their own obstacles in France, and they kind of distribute them throughout the country. And I tested out those spinning bridge balls in January. They are not easy. Even if you hold onto the straps, they're very loose. So you got to be careful on those. But Anakaro making short work of everything so far. You can see her pulling back on these rings and then takes a cautious approach to the cane, but it ejects out of the ring. Want to hook it in again. Possibly get a lower grab on the cane so it sticks in there, really. Yeah, you can see her adjusting it, but she falls. She's going to take a retry.
Yeah, she was grabbing super high, so the way she placed that into the ring, it was always going to be sideways. She needs to be cognizant of her angles here. Has one more try on this obstacle, cannot fall on it again. But you know what's at stake. If she beats this, she's going to Motus.
Indeed so. Here she goes. 3:45 on her clock now. Anakaro is going to be moving along through, pulling back on these rings. Needs to get a... Yeah, you could see her kind of fixing her mistakes from earlier, getting a low grab on that cane and reaches out to that last ring and then dismounts. And with that, Anakaro is safe. She can move on right here. But now the rest of this course beckons as she moves on to the Great Arches.
Yeah, didn't quite get the right push off there. Had no momentum, but able to reset. Now onto the post. Gonna shimmy on over. About 1:30 has elapsed. She goes on to that ring by the looks of it. There it is.
Here she goes. You could nice technique there, just swinging, making sure both of her arms are at an even swing right there on either hand. But now she's going to be shifting on over to the flying platform, which is the flying bar cradles out here. So she's going to be taking her sideways momentum skills out here now on this obstacle.
Yeah, taking a brisk pace to it. Grabbing on alternate sides. Oh, but she falls
hold on!
back!
Just the balance at the very end of that block there happens to everyone, but she's shaking out with a smile on her face. She knows she has the capabilities to make it through this obstacle right now. And with 2:26, this is her final retry, so she's gonna make it this all the way through the course now without any falls if she wants to get that buzzer.
Yeah, now a little bit of a double-edged sword with the retry system is that if you fall at the end of an obstacle like that, you have to do it all over again. And that can definitely cause some wear and tear on the forearms. But she does make it.
Very good there. Anakaro now going to be sprinting on to the giant tube with the rope. This is a balanced obstacle now, but you can utilize these ropes to aid yourself through it. A balance tank, definitely not the easiest obstacle in the world, but you can see Anakaro going to be shifting along through now as best she can. She's fully extended her arms, essentially, wants to get a lot of control.
Balance so tough, and in the predicament she's in, you know,
Ooh, nice technique there, pushing back off and getting the momentum necessary to get onto the block.
Yeah, I was wondering if people would try to not use the log, considering, you know, there's so many ropes. But now onto the wing nuts. This should be pretty straightforward. Just gotta bridge the gap here. big lache out.
Yes, easy stuff. Lovely to see her matching that ring as well. But this is where the pump starts to set in. She is now on the 8th obstacle, the big flight. So now she's got to take this little steering wheel and move along through and try and gauge a lot of momentum to the dismount platform, and she gets it. Now under a minute for the final 4 obstacles, starting with the red circles.
Yep, passes that driving test. Going about...
Hey, lovely rope swing down there. We'd love to see it. And now we're going to be moving on to the actual big red wheels here. Seems like this is a 2-parter. You get the rope swing down, and then the red circles commence.
All right, well, here we go. Let's see if she can stay between the lines here. 30 seconds to go. Still enough to get a couple more points. Let's see here, big pullback, and looking smooth as she goes onto the super board. This is going to be tough, taken straight out of a trampoline park. Oh,
Here we go. Oh, but the jump there is just going to do Anakara in, but still super well done there. A lot of perseverance needed on this course, and she showed everyone how to do things.
Yeah, not a bad run at all. I feel like the retries really helped with her run, I would say, with the cane. Gave her the wiggle room necessary to correct on her second go. And of course, she will be qualifying for the Premier Series finals. Let's see if that is an effort that Justine can top, though.
Justine B. Simard coming out of Canada as well. One of the greats in the kid female division, has done absolutely amazing throughout this season, coming out of Quebec City. We love to see the kind of French neighbory going out here. We love it. And Justine is going to be looking for a clear on this challenge course, I bet you. She competed in a couple other competitions within the Premier Series, I want to say. She's done absolutely amazing throughout it as well, which is lovely.
Yeah, I wonder if she can be the one to settle a breakthrough on this challenge course. I mean, if anyone would do it, it would be the #1 in the power rankings. Say it ain't so.
Absolutely. Justin B. Samad also cleared stage 3 at Worlds this year. Basically got a Kanzen in the WNL and placed 2nd in the kids female division. So she definitely has a lot of power to offer here internationally. She's no stranger to international competition either. You can see on her shirt she's representing the Barbados Ninja Throwdown. So she knows how to move on foreign soil, including the Warrior Adventure grounds out here. And I'm very excited to be seeing how Justine can do.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, seems like she's no stranger to pumpy courses. So maybe this will play to her strengths.
Indeed, so you can see Justine sliding down this trapeze easily. And now the hanging hooks coming through here. Nice. This is what I like to see there, Kane. Basically, as soon as she grabs onto the opposing ring, she lets go of the last one to conserve a lot of speed and momentum, which is also a very great time save. And Justine is now literally 1 minute and 9 seconds ahead of Anakara to this point. Justine is not messing around. She's showing the guys how to do things here as well.
Yeah, some crazy efficiency out of Justine. I don't think there's any extra moves being done. Now, balance, I think she's got a... Nope, she's going all hands! All hands on the ropes!
Hey, look at that, though. Justine coming along without a problem there. It's the faster technique overall, and I think that she's looking for speed. This could be a contender for the fastest run of the day, possibly, honestly.
Yeah, it could outperform all the other kids, and this is only our 2nd run. Justine on an absolute steamroll. Now facing the red circle. Sounds like the name of a Wiggles song or something.
You make it a good point, actually. That's a fair, valid point there. But now 3 minutes 10. Look at that. The drop-off of her backhand there on each of those circles is not a problem. She's not going to opt for the chalk at all. She's just going to be utilizing only one of the super boards here as she grabs onto these rings. A lot of swinging in this course, and it looks like Justine knows how to handle them very fast, and she's moving along through. 2 minute 50 left. This is crazy.
Half her time hasn't even gone yet, by the way. Just would like to point that out. She's on the final obstacle. What? Already? How did
Here
she
she
get there?
goes, 2 minutes 35. Justine B. Samad, second place at Worlds, and first place here for the Premier Series qualifier in the kids female division. She is pumped, but she got there at the end. Lovely.
Yeah, she's exhausted, taking a breather after sprinting through that challenge course. That was not a course I expected to see anyone do that quick, but a sub 2-minute time. That's going to be a tough score for the boys to be able to top.
That was absolute perfection. No retries needing to be used there. Justin B. Samad doing an absolutely incredible job. I'm super happy with how that went.
That was insane.
And with that, Kane, we're going to be now moving on to our kids' male division. Justine and Anna Caro have now ran their courses, but now it's time for the males to be taking on this gauntlet of a 12-obstacle challenge course. We've got Iani, Warren, Sam, William, Leo, and Leo out here, and I'm very excited to be seeing how things can go.
Yeah, I'm still blown away by that run from Justine. Both of our kids female athletes have locked in their slots, so now it's on to the I guess the big bit of competition in this division. Iani going to be the third up, really.
Indeed, so
Yep.
we're going to be standing by for Iani Wiss taking on the challenge course in just a moment, and I am hyped to be seeing how he's going to set the foundation for the kids male division.
Now, something I feel like might be important to note is that when a really fast run comes up early, it can kind of make an impression on our later runners. So we'll see how it factors in. Iani just going with the flow, though. Oh, a little belly flop onto the platform. Got a smile plastered on his face.
Here he goes, Iani Wiss. 4 minutes 10 as he's moving on to the hanging hooks right here. Going to be gibboning along through these rings without a problem so far. You can see Iani pulling back when necessary. Takes a low grab on that cane, which is nice, and just one-hands it. Lovely stuff. Very brave moves out here from Iani Wiss so far.
Yeah, kids have crazy dead hang strength. I mean, some people... some of these kids can hang for 10 minutes and drop because they're bored.
Valid, honestly. I'd do the same. Here we go. 3 minutes 35 now as Iani's making the turnaround on the truss, and with the great archers now, he's going to be trying his best. Ooh, interesting technique. He's going to try standing up at the top of the padding right here to gauge a bit more of a jump, possibly. Let's see what Iani tries to do.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a big drop, but you know what? It's easier to stay on the post because, big foothold on that mat. Oh, is that on? I guess.
Yeah, seemingly. So here he goes. Iani's going to try and set himself on this little bar movement here. And he's going to lâcher down for a bit more of a straight-on technique. And here he goes now, moving on to the flying plate form, which is the flying bar cradles moving sideways between them.
Yeah, moving at his own pace. Now, I was acknowledging that maybe Justine's run would have an impression, but you don't have to do that, in all honesty. Just running his own race, and he's grabbing that like a book? What? Okay.
Interesting technique there. I think he wanted to see what the vertical hold would be like, but he's opting for the cradles as he should. And with 2 minutes 25, he's going to be trying his best to move on through. Ooh, actually, yeah, using the pole there to try and pull himself in for the cradle. Oh, no! Okay. Right, Iani's down, and he's going to utilize his first retry.
He was hanging for a while. Hopefully he isn't out of energy. Trying to shake off the hands, checking them maybe, make sure they haven't ripped. But Iani going through the motions once more. Yeah, I can see that, the little leverage off of the post. Really digging deep here. Oh, he's grimacing a little bit. Ah!
Oh, no! Just knocks the ring away from him, and that's going to do Iani in, sadly. Unfortunate there. He was moving very well up to that point as well, was very resourceful with the holds he was given, but unfortunately the flying platform is not going to let Iani win this time. Unfortunate there, but now we're going to be moving in to our 5 final kid male competitors out here, the first of which being Warren Drouet.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it was on the lower side of our placement course athletes, but I mean, even if you fall early on the placement course, it's not exactly the end of the world, as you would know, Billy, from last season.
Very true. Yeah, I didn't have the best placement course run ever last year, but now Warren is going to be moving on this challenge course. Ooh, a bit of a stumble there in between the ball race, but now the green line is going to beckon for him, and he's not having a problem there at all. Now the hanging hooks.
Yeah, Warren, just going about this. I mean, the only tough hold, I would say, is that cane. As you can see, it could pop out. Folding in the arm, though, to prevent that from happening. Now on to the post here.
Here he moves just under 4 minutes now as he comes along through 3-minute 50 as he's making the turnaround of this truss right here. And he's going to try his best to reach out for these rings and get a straight enough dismount, getting ready for the flying platform, representing District as well, one of the bigger ninja chains out here in France, which is lovely to see. Now 3-minute 30 now. He's going to try and utilize these flying bar cradles to move on this course, and he's going to skip the first one entirely.
Yeah, he's tall enough to make it work. Now, already onto the final cradle. This was where Iani was caught astray. Let's see if he can find that dismount. Spills forward, and he's there. Okay, good.
Absolutely lovely stuff there. Very close there from Warren, but he's still going to be moving on through the rest of this course right now. He's halfway through now on the 6th obstacle out of 12, and now he's going to be taking on the giant tube with rope. He's going to opt for the balance route. This is the safer method overall, utilizing the ropes and stabilizing yourself with the lower body. He is hanging low, though.
No!
Oh, he tried to reel himself in with the lower body, but he's going to have to take his first retry here.
Yeah, he fell off the tank, and he was so close to the floor, couldn't quite hang on to those ropes. One more try ought to do it, though. He was really close.
Now then, here he goes again. Warren going to be chalking up 2-minute 44 as he now comes along through with the balance tank. Careful there, Warren, as he gets the grab on the second rope. He needs to be very delicate in his ways and how he's grabbing these ropes in order to control his upper body and his lower body. But there we go, avenges himself on that dismount, and now he's running over to try and save a lot of time here onto the swirl rings.
Yeah, important detail. Doing the obstacles fast is important, but the transitions as well between obstacles, another important detail. Warren cognizant of that, going through the wing nuts in a one-arm swing to safety.
2 minutes now, and with 5 obstacles left, Warren's moving at a pretty good pace here. He could be getting another buzzer shortly if he moves efficiently enough throughout these obstacles. Great stuff on the big flight. Now the red circles beckon now.
Okay, takes a nice little rope swing looking like Tarzan. As he steps up to the red circles. Hopefully won't fall victim to the clickbait here.
Very good technique there. You can see him trying to push back off of that platform, but the second ring is going to be his downfall for the second retry here. So now Warren has no more chances to fall and try obstacles again. He's got to move through these obstacles perfectly to move on.
Yeah, but with 3 more obstacles after this, if he can get onto that circle, you know, a little better than he did on his first go, I mean, a buzzer is still definitely within reason. He has plenty of time.
Indeed, he does. 1 minute 15 as he reaches out for that red ring. Not a problem there. Yes, there we go. Warren gets his revenge now. And with 3 obstacles left, it's going to be close.
Yeah, but not too close if he can just keep the momentum going. Let's see if he can find that trapeze. Oh, it's a big reach out for Warren. But he gets it. But he's running out of
the slip there. He lost his grip. It seems like he was a bit pumped and everything just kind of gave way there. Still, though, Warren with an absolute clinic on that course there. Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a deep run. What can I say? It's just the obstacles at a certain point begin to add up. That's just the way it is, but definitely was not a bad run by any stretch of the imagination. Kept it smooth up until the very end.
Indeed, he did. Even with his retries, they did not knock him off his projection at all until the very end there, the superboard. 10th obstacle out of 12. Still a very good run from him. And now the final 4 competitors. Now, Kane, what's interesting here is that within the final 4, we're now going to be starting to see some confirmed Motus finalist placements due to the process of elimination here. So whoever is in first place at the end of Sam's run right here is going to be moving on to Motus.
Yeah, so Warren's effort might be good enough, but we're going to have to see how Sam performs. It's either going to be Sam or Warren. And Sam, keeping it close by the looks of it. You can see the green splits next to his name.
Moving through now, 4:10 as he's swinging on through the hanging hooks now. Grabs onto the cane and dismounts. Lovely stuff. Now then, 4 minutes as he comes on through the great arches now. He's going to be moving on through, turning around, climbing up this truss, and then utilizing either just the rings or those bars at the end. Yes, going to utilize the bars to straighten out his swing and get a confirmed placement on this next obstacle here. He's currently nearly 7 seconds ahead of Warren to this point, and if he moves on throughout this pace all the way up to the superboard, then I think he's good for Motus.
Yeah, that would in fact be the case, but can't slow down. Of course, if he beats this and then he gets through the balance tank in 1, then that will definitely make matters even better. But Sam, I don't want to jinx it.
Here we go now. Sam Darwish actually comes out of Warrior Adventure in Leon out here, which is lovely to see there. Loving that representation of the home gym right there. And now Sam going to be sprinting to the other side of the gym, getting ready for the swirl rings.
Yeah, you can see beating that in 1 go increased his lead a substantial amount. So hopefully can carry this on. Great conservation of swing. He's kind of doing the hollow arch hollow, as you call it.
You can see here Sam, 2:35 now. The first part of the big flight, part 1, is going to be just a small swing, dismounting to a couple of black mats, but he's making sure he has enough momentum to do so, which he does. So he's through that first part, and now he's going to be moving on to the big flight part 2. Lovely. Now the red circles are going to be next.
Sam getting a little kerfuffled at the latter half of this course, but it's, it's fair enough. This is a long course.
Very true. 2 minutes now. He's trying to gain a lot of momentum here, pushing off of the platform. We love to see that technique. A very good time save if you play it right. Nice reach there, utilizing his wingspan in a very great way. And with 1:50, he has gone into the Motus Finals now, Kane. 41 seconds ahead of Warren to this point, and Sam doesn't show any signs of stopping just yet.
Yeah, this is a tough obstacle, though. It's tough to get the right angle with the hands, and now he's in no man's land. He's spinning about. The closest.
You can see he's trying his best to reach up to the top of the windows here, but he's going to take a tactical retry and give it a second go here. He knows what it feels like now. He knows how loose these boards can be, so now he just needs to try his best to control them.
Yeah, now on his second and final try on this obstacle, skipping that board on the side. Ooh, taking it like a cliffhanger. Sam is gonna get through it. Second try is, in fact, the charm.
Yes, there we go. 1 minute 10 now for the final 2 obstacles to clear. Is very doable, but it seems like the grip is going to now be taking a toll on Sam Darwish here. 1 minute 7 to get through this course in its entirety now. Just 2 more obstacles left. He still has a chance, but he's got to carry on through with every ounce of strength that he has.
I think Sam also, he didn't get quite a good mount on that. I think his grip, by the looks of it, is okay. Oh
No,
no!
he missed the he missed the dismount platform, unfortunately. That is unfortunate there, and it also looks like he might have gotten a rip or something. That is unfortunate there for Sam, but still, he is going to be moving on to the Premier Series Finals at Motus. He's got a spot.
Yeah, and all due in part to that run, got to the second to last obstacle. Honestly, I think he could have gotten to the very end if it weren't for a little slip up. But nonetheless, great run there. And we hope to see him in the Premier Series Finals as we move on to our final 3.
Indeed so.
Saw Warren earlier. Now we have William. I feel really bad if William knocks out Warren, but luckily he's not in the bubble yet.
Very true. Every single athlete for themselves here on the challenge course to get that finalist position. And the next of which is going to be Warren's sibling here, William Jarrett. Out here, of course, he's competed in Worlds twice. Twin brother Warren also competed a bit ago. He placed 3rd at the French regionals and loves every kind of obstacles, but absolutely loves Lachey's.
Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a little bit. I don't know what the right phrase is, for lack of a better term. Far away, I guess. This is a pretty long endurance-based course. So we'll see how William handles it.
Definitely has the potential to get all the way to the end. We literally just saw Sam get to the penultimate obstacle with a bit of time left. So William just needs to make sure he has the energy conserved throughout every single obstacle possible.
All right, well, William going through the motions. I mean, to guarantee a slot, he will have to beat out his brother.
Here he goes now. 4 minutes as he moves on through. He's around the same pace as Sam to this point as well. It seems like everyone's starting to get to the great arches with around 4 minutes on the clock, which is nice to see. Oh, hello. That's unfortunate there. We're going to have to take a retry on the great archers. It seems like just a slip of the hands caused him to fall, so he's now going to have to try his best to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, and it's a little concerning because something I know from experience is that if you are going fast on a course and you take a fall like that, it can kind of throw off your groove. But William not going to make the same mistake twice, takes it with 2 hands instead of 1. The jolt will not take him down.
There he goes. He gets it this time. So now here he goes, moving on to the flying plate form. Trying to get a rhythm going, it looks like.
It's looking okay. Going on to the back end. And swinging side to side. Looking for that dismount, which he will get with room to spare.
Easy stuff here from Williams so far. And he has a retry left in tow, so if he were to fail this balance tank right here, he could go at it again. But he's actually moving through a very good pace here. His feet are moving at a very efficient pace, and he's careful with it too. And now William is going to be moving to the other end of the gym, getting ready for the second half of this challenge course.
Yeah, William, who needs to think about retries when your feet just go? William, reaching out to that second ring, gets it. Oh, wow. Almost had it up to his chest. Now, William going to try to avoid a head-on collision here with the steering wheel. Will not suffer any strife.
Easy stuff there from William. He's going to be moving along through the red circles now. 2 minutes 20 as he gets onto them. Now he needs to conserve as much energy and momentum as he can to reach through each of these rings here, which is definitely a difficult task. And he's moving along through now, just the back end here, and lovely stuff.
Yep, and I believe with that, William will bump into second place. He's going to Modus, but would like to get into first place. That's possible!
Ooh!
But he's...
Another drop down on the super boards right there. So it looks like Will is now going to have to take his final retry available on the 10th obstacle out of 12. And he's 15 seconds ahead of Sam to this point, and he's going to try his best to get into first.
Could do it. It just comes down to whether he can cross the gaps. Here goes. Oh, barely even thinking about those boards. Smart move out of William. Those boards are so tough to maneuver with. So
there we go. He's got enough room to move on through the rest of this boards now. And now William is in the provisional first place. And he has no more retries left, though. So he's going to have to move through these red plates perfectly if he wants to get to the final obstacle here.
Shouldn't be a problem, though. It's just basic swing stuff. You just got to be careful where to go. And he is.
There we go.
On to the final obstacle.
A minute 20 left. The large scale here. Gonna take on these monkey bars and then an assortment of holds after it. He needs a running start there to jump from the truss onto this long monkey bar ladder out here. I wish I could count. No! He drops down! The grip gives out for William.
Brutal William. Yeah, that's a lot of moves. He was matching on those monkey bars. And you just got to think that after 11 obstacles, that's a lot to ask for. But still, bumping into first place, making it to the final obstacle, can't be too upset with that.
Absolutely. That's put him in one of the beloved finalist placements now. He's in first, so he's got a podium at minimum, which is great to see. But now it looks like Warren and Iani are on the bubble here for the last two competitors. Sam Darwish is also safe, but now we're going to be moving on to our final French representative for Warrior Adventures Kids Division. It's going to be Leo Dulongpon.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. One of our two finishers in the placement course. So let's see if he can carry that success going forward. Big push.
Definitely possible that he can do such a thing. But here he goes. He's going to be moving along through the hanging hooks right here. 4 minutes, 10 seconds now. As he gets a massive dismount there. He's moving very dynamically. 5 seconds ahead of Will.
Yeah, he's skipping like half the holds. But nonetheless. And it looks like he's going to skip another one. That yellow and wood dowel. Leo looking strong as he goes on to the flying bar cradles, which he is not going to use, like, most of them.
Here he goes. 3 minutes 40 now. He's trying to conserve energy as much as possible here, and it's working for him, as he's now 16 seconds ahead of William to this point.
Ooh.
As he's now going to just utilize the ropes there. Great time save.
I was about to say, Billy, if this is conservative out of Leo, oh, man. This doesn't look... I mean, he's going efficient with it, and that's what I like. He's not going super aggressive, but, I mean, lo and behold, 22 seconds ahead of Williams' pace. Unthinkable.
I think when he knows that a challenge course qualifying placement isn't a guarantee, he has to move efficiently whilst clearing these obstacles the best he can, and Leo's doing an incredible job of that so far. 2 minutes 53 now as he comes into the red circles with the fastest time to this point. 26 seconds ahead of Will.
Wow, crashes into that platform. 40 seconds in the lead. Using the same technique that gave William success. Onto that final board, into the ring, gets bopped on the head, but...
Look at this, Kane. We're looking at a very good run right here. 51 seconds ahead of William as well. But now Leo is going to be brachiating through these red plates right here, and one large backswing is going to get him that dismount platform, and the final obstacle now beckons.
Okay, now time for the pumpy monkey bars. Monkey bars, something he experiences in elementary school, but definitely not here, not now. After all the forearm burn, his arms are on fire. Leo is there!
There we go! He hit the buzzer in the air! Great dismount there Leo Dulongpon with the first challenge course buzzer of the kids male division. Super happy with how he did it, representing District 44 very well.
Wow, I'm blown away. That was such a great run, and he cleared it with plenty of room to spare. So definitely going to secure himself a spot, though it was already confirmed when he made it to the mall grabs. But a buzzer is the ultimate cherry on top.
Absolutely nothing beats a buzzer on a challenge course. We love to see it, putting out some very great international prowess here on the Premier Series stage. And with that, we only have one more competitor left for the challenge course out here for the kids male division. We can see Leo getting the first clear of the day for a kids male division right there. All 12 obstacles completed in 2 minutes 32.85. But now we have our American representative Leo Bronov out here, all the way from Massachusetts, very far west compared to Europe. But now we're going to be seeing him absolutely cook on this challenge course.
Yeah, Warren currently on the bubble. So we're going to see, is it going to be Leo or is it going to be Warren? I mean, only time will tell, right?
Absolutely. Leo got 9th place at the World Championships, made it to Bogies 2 on stage 3. And coming out of Forte Fitness Center, he really knows how to move. And here goes Leo.
Yeah, I guess you could say speed definitely is forte. I mean, for lack of a better term, Leo, wow. Right as I say that, onto obstacle 3.
Look at this. He's skipping rings at every opportunity he can get, and he's controlling everything super well. 2.5 seconds ahead of Leo.
Yeah, and I thought Leo was moving pretty fast, but this is just a whole new, different kind of fast. Let's see how he handles the flying bar. What?
Look at that. This is what we like to see. Ooh, okay, a bit of a stumble getting off of the obstacle, but still, he's 10 seconds and a half ahead of Leo to this point with 3 minutes 45 left, as he's just going to use the ropes on the flying tube with rope.
Yeah, kicks that balance tank aside. I don't need a stinking balance tank. Now, facing off on the wing nuts.
Here he goes, 3 minutes and a half now, utilizing these rings very well, getting the maximum amount of swing possible.
What?
Links that essentially underbars it.
No
and now
way.
he's going to be getting this rope and dismounts over to the red circles, 19 seconds ahead of Leo.
That was so smooth. He just did it all in one continuous motion. Like, he didn't even have to think about it.
Moving along now. Leo doesn't need the first pain here. Gonna try only one grab on the glass there. But now he's not even gonna opt for chalk. He's just gonna be moving through 2 minutes 50 now as he pulls on back and skips the final one. Lovely. Oh my goodness me, Kane. This is great. Just the monkey bars left to go on the large scale. And he's going to utilize only a couple of holds here as he dismounts to the buzzer. Leo Bronov with the headbutt.
Leo, the second sub 2 minute time of the weekend, knocking everyone out of the water. What an impressive run. We knew it was something special when he started doing that on the flying bars. Then dismounting the wing nuts, he jumps straight into the wheel. Gibbons down the monkey bars and finishes out an impressive run. That will be how the kids division comes to an end at the Premier Series qualifiers in Lyon, France. Wow.
Absolutely astonishing. We have 100% clear rates for both the Leos right there on the challenge course, which is lovely to see. And we also have William Droe and Sam Darwish taking home Premier Series finalist spots. Commiserations to Warren and Iani for getting 5th and 6th as well. Also, congratulations to our kids females who also managed to get their tickets to the Motus Finals in November. Absolutely love to see all of the international camaraderie. There is so much more skill to be had in more than just the States. France being absolutely no exception to that statement. Of course, Leo, William, and Sam taking home the top 4 placements, getting over to the Motus finals, which is lovely to see. And we also have the kids' females to put on here for the leaderboard there. Only 2 of them competed, but both got past the credentials to make it to the Premier Series finals, which is absolutely amazing to see. Absolutely awesome to be looking at so many amazing athletes out here that have only got their start in Ninja. We had Justin B. Samad getting the finishing time there. She already qualified out at Ascend as well earlier in this season, literally like one of the earlier competitions, literally about a month ago, out in the Massachusetts area in the kids female division. And then Anakaro Ugalde Tiran competed earlier in the season, but wasn't able to get a qualifying spot, but she went all the way to France and qualified there. And I'm very happy to be seeing that.
Yeah, you would think with going all that way, you'd experience some form of jet lag, but I think we saw nothing but our athletes hitting the jets throughout this course. I love to see it, but I mean, any closing thoughts, Billy, as we wrap up the first age division here at France?
I'm absolutely hyped to be seeing what else can come out for the WNL Premier Series qualifier at Warrior Adventure. We've got so many more amazing athletes that are going to be running the course here today and tomorrow for all of the divisions here. And with that, that's the end of the kids division out here at Warrior Adventure. From Billy Dixon and Kane Malden, we've been your commentators, and we will see you momentarily.
Non, c'est bon, merci.